Are you after some tips to help you to practice not only effectively but also musically? Well, join me today as we break chord practice down into 7 tips to help your chords sound so beautiful. Well, hi there, I'm Kylie and I love to share easy tips and tricks to inspire you to learn the love of music. Please subscribe if you enjoy the content, and a thumbs up is always the best compliment. So our first tip today is to make sure that we're falling down to sound the notes of the chord together. If we look at some thirds moving up and down the piano, let's listen that they're not splitting at all and that they're coming right at the same time. We can think of these either as a bounce action or a fall to finish. So let's watch with our right hand that we fall down on both notes together. So they need to come down right at the same time. We don't want the notes to split apart. And in the left hand, the second tip is to think of shaping your volume up and down. If we look at just 8 notes, then we can think of growing louder towards note number 5 and then coming down softer to number 8. This creates a natural sentence of music and helps our phrase to flow right through. Okay, so as we play the 8 notes, let's shape it then to our 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Tip number 3 is to think of our chords in little groups of families. If we begin in the key of C, we can go from a C chord to an F pattern, C, back to G and C. A little family of chords can be created from chord number 1 to 4 to 1, 5 and then to 1 again. So let's work out the chords first of all. So piecing together a C chord, and then we're going to extend the top 2 fingers for the F chord, back to a C chord, then the bottom 2 to play a G chord, and back to the C again. Then if we add the left hand, it can just follow the bass notes C, F and G. While we hold the left hand, we can have 2 pulses for the right. We can also create a little family of chords around the key of G. It'll be the same relationship changes again, but just watch that we step to our F sharp with our key of G. Let's step out through the right hand. Top 2 notes to create the C, down again, and then step down to cover our F sharp for chord 5. And let's put it together. We can also move this family into the key of A minor, stepping from A minor to D minor, back to A, then watching that you're stepping onto the G sharp there for your chord 5 as well. So now for the A pattern, to our A minor pattern, step up the top 2 again, all white keys, down again, then stepping in to cover the G sharp there. So before we move on to a challenge of putting these chords into a little piece, there are 2 little tech tips that I just want you to keep an eye on as we're going through these ideas of practicing your chords musically. So the first pointer is to make sure that you're keeping your hand in a natural shape. As we lift our hand up onto the keys, we want to make sure that we're not having really super flat fingers. We also don't want to overarch our fingers and create a shape that isn't our natural curve. The second pointer is to watch that your knuckles are popping out. This is really common occurrence that our knuckle tends to collapse in the wrong way. We want to make sure that it's supporting that curve. So with tip number 6, let's create some thirds going up the piano. Think of your bounces all the way and then finishing with a fall with your wrist. And as we play this, let's grow louder and softer again in our shaping, and we'll also add some left hand notes. Let's check these out. So for our right hand thirds, let's go up 4 counts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, hold, and then let's go down. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 2 of these, and finish there. And to that little pattern, let's add a rocking left. Here we go. Then let's bring our left hand up to here, and it can go up the pattern while our right hand rocks up from the C to the G. Here we go. Same notes again, then down we go. So the right hand will start the rocking off again. Up we go. Down again. Same notes, then down we go. Tip number 7 will extend into a full triad, but keeping it in the same structure as our little piece. Well, thanks so much for joining me today. I make new videos each Thursday, so whether you're a new beginner to piano or you're returning from having played before, then join me for some more videos to encourage your music journey. Happy music making. Ta-da!